Good day, class. Our topic for today is all about design principles and effective presentation techniques. So first is design principles. When we say design principles, these are the underlying rules that govern how visual elements are arranged and interact to create a harmonious and impactful design. Kumbaga, yung design principle is siya yung responsible for making interactive and impactful design para sa mga viewers. So we have different types of design principle. First is balance. A balance is distributing visual weight evenly across the presentation to avoid the cluttered or lopsided look. This can be symmetrical, formal, or asymmetrical, informal. Kumbaga, yung balance is yung responsible para maging maayos yung design ng ating ginagawa. So, next is contrast. When we say contrast naman, using differences in color, size, shape, and texture to create visual interest and highly key information. So, yung contrast naman yung responsible sa color combination, size, shape, and texture nung create natin na visual. Next is emphasis. When we say emphasis naman, drawing attention to the most important elements through size, color, placement, or other visual cues. So, yung emphasis is siya yung nagbibigay din or siya yung nag-highlight ng mga important elements sa visual na ginagawa natin. So, next is unity or harmony. When we say unity or harmony naman, creating a sense of cohesion and consistency throughout the presentation using a consistent style, color palette, and typography. So, kapag sinabi natin unity or harmony, pinag-iisa niya yung mga visual elements na ginagamit natin. So, for example nito is yung pagpili ng style, color, and then yung text na ginagamit natin. Next is proportion or scale. Proportion or scale is maintaining appropriate ratios and size between different elements to create visual harmony. Kapag sinabi naman natin proportion or scale, siya yung responsible sa similarity or pagkakapareho ng mga size ng visual na ginagawa natin. So, next is proximity. When we say proximity naman, grouping related elements together to improve readability and understanding. So, ang proximity naman is siya yung responsible sa space or distance ng mga text sa visual design natin. Next is white space or negative space. So, using empty space strategically to improve readability and prevent a cluttered look. It allows the eye to rest and focus on important information. So, di ba, kapag gumagawa tayo ng mga documents is mostly sa white space or sa blank space natin siya ginagawa. So, next is alignment. Arranging elements along a common line, vertical, horizontal, or diagonal to create a sense of order and stability. So, kapag sinabi namang alignment, siya responsible sa different line ng visual design na ginagawa natin. So, next is repetition. When we say repetition naman, repeating visual elements, colors, fonts, shape to create a sense of consistency and reinforce brand identity. Kumbaga sa repetition is, halimbawa, yung ginamit mong font dito sa upper part is Arial. So, dapat sa next part is Arial din yung gagamitin mo para proportion sila. Effective presentation techniques. So, these are the methods used to deliver a presentation in a clear, engaging, and persuasive manner. They go beyond visual design and include storytelling. So, structuring the presentation around a narrative to make it more engaging and memorable. So, next is clear and concise messaging. Using simple language and
avoiding jargon to ensure that the message is easily understandable. So, sa clear and concise messaging is dapat daw gumamit tama yung grammar natin, make sure na tama din yung spelling, and avoid using jargon or unnecessary text para mas mabilis lang siya magets.
Next is visual aids. When we say visual aids naman, using images, charts, and graph to illustrate key points and make the presentation more visually appealing. Yung visual aid is familiar naman tayo, like nung ginagawa natin na nagsusulat tayo sa Manila paper and adding a design para mas maganda and impactful siya sa mga viewers or audience. Next is audience engagement. When we say audience engagement naman, incorporating interactive elements like Q&A session, polls to keep the audience involved. So, dito sa audience engagement naman, para siyang class interaction or Q&A session nga. So, next is practice and rehearsal. Practicing the presentation beforehand to ensure a smooth and confident delivery. So, bago daw i-perform or i-present yung ating mga presentation, need natin mag-practice or mag-rehearse para ma-master yung presentation natin. So, next is non-verbal communication. Using body language, eye contact, posture to enhance the presentations in fact. So, kailangan yung hand gesture natin dito or body language. So that kahit huwag na tayong magsalita is magigets nila yung ibig sabihin natin. Lalo na sa mga person with disability na hindi siya nakakarinig or nakakaintindi ng salita.
Next is time management. Time management, sticking to the allotted time to avoid rushing or going over. So, yung mga mahihilig dito mag-cramming. So, ang time management is dapat, alam mo, or nakaset yung time ng paggawa mo ng presentation para iwas hassle. So, next is handling questions. Being prepared to answer question from the audience confidently and professionally. So, dapat hindi lang ikaw yung magtatanong sa audience mo, dapat prepared ka rin sa mga tanong ng audience mo. So, kumbaga, well-explained dapat and professional yung pagkasagot mo para naman ma-amaze yung mga audience na nakikinig sa'yo. And then, hindi sila mawalan ng gana.